Hello and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. So Ethereum continues to move in this range here at the moment. However, there is currently no change. So what we see is some downside momentum is coming in here. And Ethereum continues to move towards that lower range support area, you could say. Obviously, we've defined here this range through the upper range boundary at 2,736, roughly, and lower range boundary at around 2,272. But then we also have some Fibonacci support levels to watch, and I think it's just important to keep in mind that there's this range defined with support and resistance structurally, and that the price is likely on its way into that blue zone below. That was at least my latest commentary yesterday and a couple of days ago, that we should be moving closer towards that blue zone, and actually Ethereum could reach that zone and try to form a low there in this area between 2,365 and 2,134. The way I see it is this could be either the A wave of a larger B wave correction. The B wave with support at $1,600, that's the key support level. And it would unfold here as an A, B, C structure in wave A. And we could get a B wave bounce and a C wave down. So this correction could still unfold quite a bit. This would be the white scenario, in which the price could grind a little lower in this B wave. However, it's also possible, and that's what I'm tracking for some other charts as well, like for example Fetch AI. It is entirely possible that this is a fourth wave. So that the move up from the April low is turning into a 5-wave move instead of having just 3 waves. Both is possible. The context is always king, okay? Context is very important. The context is telling me that the move to the upside is likely an A wave from the April low. And we know that A waves can be 5-wave movements or 3-wave movements. So therefore, we have the choice. We have to consider both. Okay, I mean, if we were in a pattern that technically makes the development of 5 waves very unlikely, I would probably not consider it that much. But obviously, we have to, and therefore, I have both potentials on the chart. They're both bullish though at the moment, especially as long as we're holding $1,600. But I have to say, if this is a wave 4, when a low forms after this initial ABC structure is complete, then the next move up could be the 5th wave directly. Whereas in the white count, we would get a corrective rally first. And again, in both cases, we're going to watch for a larger rally. That could be wave B, or it could be the 5th wave. Both also here plausible scenarios. So in the very short term, then the price is likely on its way to that support area. We'll see if it can reach 2,365. That would be the next, you could say, milestone target here on the smaller time frame. Bear in mind, we're dealing with a range. It's very difficult to forecast prices in a range, but it looks like we're going to get there. Unfortunately, the microstructures aren't very clear. There is very limited movement in the move down from the Thursday high. Therefore, I don't really have a reliable micro count here. I mean, this is already a micro count, but going even smaller doesn't make much sense. If it's the white count or if it's a C wave down anyway, we might be moving down currently in the 3rd wave of the C wave. That might shift a little bit because the microstructures are, as I said, aren't very clear, but they also don't really matter that much here. As long as we're in the range and as long as we're printing lower lows or lower highs here, we should be in this C wave, and the target area for the C wave is highlighted here in blue. That's the update on Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and X. On our X profile, you'll find a lot of additional insights, behind the scenes stuff, mindset content, and additional updates also in between videos. Not as many as in our gold membership, but still you can ask questions, discuss with the community. Great space to come together, ask questions, and much more. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.